Hello, beautiful people in the world. I am your host, Essence.
And I'm your host, Alondra, and you're now listening to Pretty Perspectives. Before we keep on going with this video, don't forget to subscribe and stay until the end to keep on watching.
Hi, Alondra. How are you doing?
I'm good. How are you?
I'm doing well. I know that it's been a while, so.
Yeah. For the people behind the screen, is it behind the screen?
Yeah, that's listening.
Yeah, for the people that are listening, we haven't actually filmed in like a good 2 weeks. Yeah.
Yeah. It feels a little longer, just, getting out of the habit of talking to the camera or into these mics.
But I think it comes out natural to us, so.
Yeah. Since then, there's a lot of things that has transpired with us both that we are excited to just like unpack on you guys today.
To be back over here.
Yeah. Before we get into the topic, I just want to say thank you to our viewers for tuning in and getting those watch hours up, and the 41 subscribers that we have. I know.
Who is it? I have no idea, but I'm so thankful for each and every one of you.
Yeah, for sure.
Yes, you guys have faith in us.
Thank you.
How are you?
I am doing well. This week has been a fast week, but a lot again has happened within the treatment room.
Right.
Clocking in and learning. On another note, social media, I haven't really been on social media a lot. Of course, I was on social media during Halloween.
Yes.
How was your Halloween?
It was fun. What did I do on Halloween?
You were here.
Oh, I was here.
Yeah.
Oh, yeah. I was the Grinch.
Yeah, you were. The Grinch who stole Halloween.
Yeah, literally. I was the Grinch. I think I had a pretty funny costume. But yeah, it was nice. Afterwards, I just went home, had to work the rest of the weekend, but it was nice.
Yeah, I'm glad to hear your Grinch was awesome. It was spot on.
It was a little funny, a little out of place, me driving on the freeway with my face all green. I'm sure people were looking at me like, okay. There's like this page on Instagram called it like 209 times. I'm like, if I end up on there, that's it. I made it. I made it.
It's on TikTok?
It's on Instagram. It's on Instagram? Yeah, it's an Instagram profile.
Maybe I should check it out.
Hopefully it's not. I mean, there. I don't think so, but it's something that people would probably post.
Yeah, for sure.
A Grinch on the freeway.
Yeah.
Only if they seen the belly, it would have been everything.
That was it. You should have stopped by the grocery store before going.
For sure, I would have got pictures taken. How was yours?
It was great. I did a get ready with me.
I seen that.
Did you like it?
Yes, I seen your pictures.
Yeah, I did a little get ready with me. I thought that it would be some great content to get. I was a cowgirl.
Okay.
And one thing that I really wanted to do on Halloween, it's just so me, just like getting pictures.
Okay.
For social media, and I'm not sure if you guys know this, who's been creating content, but you know how we have our cover photos?
Mm-hmm.
I needed a cover photo on my get ready with me.
You needed a good picture on that.
Yeah, to help with just like marketing, making my feed a little bit more inviting.
Oh.
So I went to a farm and
You went all out then.
Yeah, I was in Modesto. I went there, I think, 2 years ago for my birthday. I think, or 3 years ago. It's been a while, but I took a picture with Bree, the horse.
Oh, I see. You're like this, right?
Yeah. Bree is so cute. She's a horse. She loves to take pictures.
She knows she's getting her pictures taken?
She knows that she's getting her picture taken. And the thing is, as soon as she realized that I was taking a picture of her, she got into my view. Like, she was taking the entire camera up. I'll put some, photos on what I'm talking about. But as soon as she realized there was a camera on her, she literally took the spotlight. It was crazy.
Aww.
It was cute.
I'm glad you had fun.
I did, yeah.
Had a little photo shoot. I really didn't take pictures. I think I I just did a TikTok, like on my personal page. I'm not sure if you heard of the audio, like on Halloween is a night of the year where a girl can dress like a total beep. Well, clearly I did it. I did a whole Grinch outfit.
Yeah.
But I think that was it. That's all the content I really had.
You were like, what category am I? Or something
Yeah, I'm
on
like,
the
what
screen.
girl world am I in?
Yeah.
Clearly I'm not in that girl world.
It was from, the audio was from Mean Girls.
Yeah, Mean Girls.
Yeah.
I love that movie. That's probably one of my favorite movies. Yeah.
Yeah. That and Legally Blonde is like a good.
Yes, those
like,
two
chick
are
flick.
really good.
Yeah.
Clueless.
Oh yeah.
I will never get tired of watching those movies.
No, for sure. And I've seen a lot of Clueless costumes on my social media feed.
Maybe next year we can do one inspired by that. There's a lot.
We should do something that, you know, character-wise that
because this
related
year
to a chick flick.
Right. This year we had a whole like stander up here. We're gonna do this. We're gonna do that. And then
I know, because we were supposed to go to that costume party.
Yeah.
We never went. We never went to that costume party. But they did postpone it. I just want to do a mic check. Okay.
Okay.
We did postpone it. Well, the host, she did postpone it, but I think we missed the date.
Oh.
We might have. I don't know. We can check after. But we did. We had so much planned.
Yeah.
I'm glad that we painted our pumpkins.
I know, that was fun.
Yeah.
And now they're shining outside.
Yeah, they are.
Not outside, but in the reception area.
I know that my clients really enjoy.
It just goes with us so well, and it goes with the spa too. So
yeah,
that was cute. It was fun. I had fun doing that too.
Yeah.
Now that Christmas is coming, we're gonna have even more activities like that.
Yeah, we will have a lot more. So stay
excited.
tuned. Yeah.
But
on another note, that was a really good time during social media. However, this week has just been a low moment for social media. I know for me as a content creator, you know, you have to be on social media to see what's trending and, you know, stay up to date on what's going on social media. But I've literally been like off of it.
Yeah, I feel it.
Yeah.
Yeah. Social media can be a very happy and also very dark place. Just because the internet works so fast and every news or anything new just comes around so quick. And then I'm not sure if you've ever heard, like, once you start liking like a post or something, your phone literally knows, like, okay, you want to see this content, it's gonna keep it bringing and bringing and bringing. That's exactly what's been happening these past couple of days.
Yeah.
And I'm sure a lot of people are aware of what we're talking about. We don't want to get so much into it, but yeah. I had to take a step back from my social media for obvious reasons too, like that, and just like
because
things I've been going through too.
We went into like the election season, so a lot of people are posting about politics, and I like to view negativity on my feed.
It's crazy because I was getting a lot of videos of that, right? I woke up the next day, I didn't see anything.
Yeah.
And that freaked me out so much.
Yeah.
I was like, I went to bed and I seen so many, you know, news and everything about politics. And then the next day I'm like, okay, weird. There's nothing there anymore. So I was like, okay, you know what? I'm just going to get away from this.
Get away from it. Yeah. And speaking about politics, your licensing renewal is coming up.
Yes, I have to do that.
Yeah. All estheticians know what we're talking about.
Yes, every 2 years?
Every 2 years.
Every 2 years. And mine's due in like the next 3 weeks. So I have to get that taken care of. Yeah,
my expiration date was, I think, 2 or 3 months ago. Get this, guys. So a little story time. Let's go back to I believe 2019 when did they change the laws here in California?
2021.
2021.
Was it 2021?
I think
Yeah,
so.
2021.
2021, yeah. But in 2020, that's when I came here to California. I had my Virginia's license and I was trying to get reciprocity for California. However, in 2020, before the laws changed, I couldn't do it because I was one requirement short of qualifying for reciprocity. So in 2021, I could go ahead and pay for, I think it's not a licensing transfer, but it's applying for a license because I met the 600 hour.
You did everything you were supposed to, but
yeah,
you just moved.
Yeah. So I'm trying to break it down. So California and Virginia have a 600 hour requirement to become an esthetician. And of course, you got to pass your practical and your theory. So I met that in 2021. I got my license, and 2 years passed. I got my copy of the license that you're supposed to put up.
Yeah, for the business.
So I got that, and I, went straight into doing esthetician and practicing it. But after 2 years, I had to renew my Virginia's license and my California license. So I went ahead and renewed my Virginia's license on time. And something told me to, while I was there on the site, to check about my California license. So I get into the account that you're supposed to go and renew your license and pay online. My number wasn't listed. It wasn't listed. So I had my hard copy, but they didn't post it online.
So you were never like on the system?
I was never in the system.
Of California? Of California,
yes. So, and
that could have gone bad in so many ways, especially if state board, I mean, I'm sure they have control and they can help and like see everything. So let's just say, imagine if they would have came in. There's that on there, but
I don't see you online.
I don't see you. They probably would have thought like, oh, this is.
Yeah. So what had happened was, mind you, that was the month that I was supposed to renew. After 31 days, you fall behind, and you have to go through that extensive process if you miss the deadline. So I call the state board, right? I'm like, hey, I don't see my number listed. And they were like, okay, let me get you transferred over. I don't know what you're talking about. I can't help you. You have to call someone else. I was like, okay, well, can you put me through?
Hello?
I talked to 4 people over the span of that month. You only get 4 weeks in a month, right? So I was calling, and I couldn't get anybody on the phone to help me out with posting my number online, my license number online. And so I went to Sacramento to the state board.
I know exactly where you're talking about too.
Yes, in Sacramento.
Excuse me.
I was like, hey, I'm trying to renew my license. I brought my license. I took it off the wall because I needed to show proof of my number. I said, hey, I'm trying to renew my license. I'm trying to get into my account, but it's telling me I don't have any number to renew. She tells me that their system is down. I'm like, what do you mean your system is down? She's like, yeah, since lunch, our system hasn't been working. And I'm like, well, what should I do? Because this is the last week. If I fall behind, what do I do then? If my number expires, she said, don't work. Just stop working. I said, what? How about I tell you, since my system is down, clock out. You don't have to work anymore. Like, just clock out. Like, you can't tell somebody that they can't work. I said, you need to help me with this. She was like, I don't know what to tell you. You can go to the other building and see if you can pay in person, but they probably can't help you because, again, you need to have your license online. I was like, even if I have my paper form, she said yes, because they need to have something that they put into the system saying that you paid.
But that was their fault.
So I was like, I was getting a little bit frustrated, but I took a couple deep breaths, and someone from the back.
You're like, I took a couple deep breaths before I crashed out on somebody.
Yeah, I took a couple deep breaths. I'm like, you guys are just like pressing my button right now.
And I'm
You're
not liking it.
Yeah, and I'm not liking it. You're not helping me. I'm going to the one place that could help.
Potentially help. Yeah.
So I was like, okay. So this girl comes out from the back, and she's like, oh, our system's up again. So
Interesting. As soon as I step in here, it's up.
Yeah. And she was like, okay, let me see your number. So she helped me out, but that was a lot.
Honestly, I'm so glad. Like, I mean, this is the first time I'm going to renew my license. Okay, if you guys keep seeing that I'm doing this with my eye, I have chili. I had chili in my fingernails.
Oh. What is that?
It's corn. It's called an elote.
Oh, yeah. It looks good.
Yeah, but I put tajin in there, so... Yeah, I'm not winking at you guys.
No, you needed that hand sanitizer.
I did.
Just like I did.
But on another note, yeah, that's a lot. I'm glad mine was like quick and easy, and
Did you go online to see if your number was
mine
awesome.
is up there. Yeah,
awesome. That's
but I
good.
should probably double check.
Yeah.
Now I'm scared. Yeah.
Yeah. The moral of the story is and I double checked before even walking out. I made sure to look online
to make sure that
I could see it. But it's politics. Like in this realm of aesthetics, we do have to follow a code because you want to be politically correct to run a business.
Everything. It's not just, let's say I got my license, I'm gonna start. No. And I think it gets, I'm not going to say it gets worse. I think it gets more serious and more strict once you personally have your own business.
Mm-hmm.
There's so much things that you have to follow. It's not just facials, waxing, content. It's not just that. There's more behind it.
Yeah,
and we've seen it, thanks to Raylene.
Yeah. In the aesthetic realms, we have laws. There's a law book that we have to, fall into to make sure that we're not working outside of our scope of practice. And to anyone who doesn't know, the business, like me and, I almost called you Raylan. Alondra, we are aestheticians, so we have to follow the same laws, and we have to make sure we're meeting the requirements. And we have board members, and those board members are the ones who's making the laws. If you're wondering, okay, well, who's making the laws for you guys? Well, we have board members who are changing the law. Yeah, those members were on the board to changing the law in 2021. They did away with the practical exam here in California.
You know what? I wonder if that's ever going to come back. I'm not sure if they did it just because of the whole COVID situation, but I really wonder if that's ever going to come back. Do you think it will?
Yes. Because
they're constantly changing too. Yeah. So
I say this because back in Virginia, you need two separate licenses. Or there's two separate licenses for an esthetician.
Yeah, you were telling me like an advanced and then just...
Yeah, like a master esthetician and just like a professional esthetician. And law, I'm going back to law. Lawfully speaking, in Virginia, a professional esthetician cannot work with chemical pills.
In Virginia?
In Virginia. And... they changed that. I remember the year that they changed it because when I was in cosmetology school in high school, those are the programs that you can take.
That's cool. It's cool that you had cosmetology school in high school.
When I was in that, I think it was my first year because we needed 2 credits to become a cosmetologist. So the first year you take 1 period. And then the second year, which is your 12th grade year, you take 2 different periods. So you take your first period, second period. That's for your cosmetology hours. So, my first year, my teacher took all of the girls to a state board meeting. And during
that's awesome.
Yeah, it was a lot. It was very stressful. We were sitting in the back, and it was a great experience too.
Mm-hmm.
But we were sitting in the back, and this year was my 11th grade year, so it was probably 2018 at the time. So there were aestheticians there, professional aestheticians, pleading their case, telling them that the laws that you changed will forever affect my business in a negative way because you're taking a service from me. You see what I'm saying? That so there was an esthetician who was there who really wanted to use chemical pills again, but they weren't listening to her case. So I'd say it's still the same since 2018. I think that's when they changed the law, but I can see it changing sometime soon. Yeah.
I mean, this industry is all obviously it's constantly evolving. I can't talk. It's constantly evolving.
Mm-hmm.
So I always get like emails. I'm not sure if you always get emails from state board, just like the newsletter of things that are happening, things that are changing, things that are going back to. So it wouldn't surprise me if it, maybe it goes back or maybe it changes to something less. Because I remember back in 2021, while I was still in school, I think it would be every Monday we would practice for state board. And I remember those days, none of us were like, oh my God, like, because we would spend the whole day just going over state board. Literally the same thing multiple times. So
that's the same here. We did the same thing in Virginia.
Like, I got to a point where we're like, oh my God, like, we don't want to do this anymore. But then again, we're like, I mean, we kind of have to. One thing goes wrong.
Yeah.
That's it.
Yeah, that's it.
Probably we were dreading to do that because it was a stressful thing knowing that,
you're tested on what you do.
Even if you drop something, even if you like misplace something, like it can be a point for you. So
yeah, let's go over that though. Let's stay there to clear it up for our viewers. Before it's fine. I'll tell them in the end.
She lost her point.
Yeah, I'll tell you guys in the end. I promise I won't lose my point. But you're talking about the practical test, right? That they did away with in 2021.
Mm-hmm.
And that practical test, for anyone who isn't a professional and who's interested in the business side of it, the politics side of it, this practical test consists of you performing different tasks, different services on a mannequin that you are provided with in school. And you are doing this test in front of board members. And
that's just nerve-wracking. And the thing is that they're just... And just the thought of it, I could say, I'm like, okay, I got lucky, But then again, it's something so important that I feel like it shouldn't have been taken away, but it was taken away. Why? For obvious reasons, like it was a whole COVID situation, and I'm not sure if, I mean, you went through that experience, but I'm not sure if they had like an actual live person during the test.
You didn't go through practical?
No.
So the models that we were working with is the mannequins that were given.
So you didn't do it on a live
We
model.
didn't do it on a live model. Okay, and also, I'm glad you brought that up, the COVID. We had to have our mask on. Everybody in the room had to have a mask on. I think, I could be wrong, but you know those shields that are in front of
the glass
customers? So I think they had one. I could be wrong, but I'm trying to remember back a couple years ago. But we had to have our mask on. Of course, you have gloves. But what they were testing us on is how we kept our space sanitized and clean.
You see, it's so... I think it just depends, on how everybody did it throughout the years, because during that time they're prioritizing the sanitation. Even in general, like
I think that's always been the point of practical.
But they were so focused on that during that time.
Yeah, so when I was doing my practical exam, they test you on how you can keep your space sanitized and your client safe and yourself safe as far as sanitation wise.
Sanitation, yeah.
Yeah, so they're testing you on how you're disposing of your trash, how you're applying a chemical peel, how you're holding the skin taut while you're pulling the wax, making sure that you're tested on whatever.
If there's like blood.
Yes, and how you dispose of a blood biohazard or something like that. But
it's things like that. Yeah, it's not just I'm sure they weren't really focused on like the like, I mean, I would say yes, the technique, but not so much like for the brow to be really arched, for the brow to be really clean. No, it was more of technical things that you have to know due to standards of it, due to protocol.
Yes, yeah.
So I think that's the stressful part of it.
And I believe that's a very, very important. So I'm going back to your, before I leave, I want to go over what you said earlier, the points. Like your score is relied on the points that you get. So say if you drop a waxing stick, right? And you pick up the waxing stick with your glove and you use that waxing stick, that's 2 or 3 points off, because not only are you contaminating the wax, but you're also contaminating your glove from picking it up from off the floor. Like you're contaminating your space. So that's how you're graded on. You're graded on a point system.
And I mean, during that, like that example, like it's kind of common sense. You don't want to do that, but there's a lot of people that probably don't know that.
Exactly, and that's why you were going through that extensive training during your school hours, because I am so grateful that I went through probably 2-3 weeks of repeating and repetitive state board testing, especially with the practical, is because I was very, very confident when I walked in the room that Miss Jessie, I will always shout out her, that Miss Jessie made sure to train us, you know, to be the best esthetician that we can be, especially in the politic realm of making sure. I mean, it starts with sanitation.
Yeah.
I
think it has a lot to do with that mainly. I would say mainly because even like barbers and cosmetologists, sanitation was a huge part of it. And more when we say like sanitation, not you wiping, let's say, your area. No, more sanitation, how you take care of your tools, how you handle, like you mentioned, like if something falls, like how you handle that, trash placement, things like that.
Disinfection levels.
Disinfection, yeah. So it's a lot.
It's a lot. And that's very important. So I hope, getting back to your question, I really do hope that they bring it back and just make it better. Make it a little bit better as far as convenience for the students.
Even make their whole experience better and make their money's worth. Because, I mean, when that whole process happened, there was a lot going on in 2021. I remember that.
There's a lot
going on. And I remember...
You're right. There was a
lot during that time when I was in school. One day we were like practicing nonstop on our state board, making sure everything was good, making sure we got our bags together, our kits together, everything. And the thing is, the reason why they would give us like kits, it's for us to be using during our practice, you know, state boards and obviously on our clients. But after that, I was left with so much like products, so much things that I'm like, okay, what do we use this on now? Because we can't use it on each other now. It didn't make sense during that time because aesthetics, you physically had to touch. So that was kind of taken away from us for a good while. It was just books and books and books. We were like, where is the fun?
Yeah, where is the fun in all this? And
I like to be hands-on too.
Practical was the hardest thing. Because I am so visual, like of a learner, I've said practical. Theory was the hardest thing.
Yeah.
That's what I'm trying to say. I'm sorry.
I'm like, wait.
I know. Theory was the hardest thing to get through.
It was.
Because I had to use my head. I had to make sure that I'm like thinking about how this test can throw me off of the answer because it's so technical.
Oh yeah.
So
I don't regret anything though.
No. How was your theory experience?
It was well, I mean, like I said, mentioned literally my first week. I was like, where's my teacher?
Mm-hmm.
She was recovering. Oh, we were telling Jennifer about that.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. But that's the only thing that I would say that at the beginning I was pretty confused because I'm sure it was the same, maybe it was different, but as soon as I started my journey into aesthetics and once I started my classes, there was a good like 20 girls in my classroom, but let's say 10 of those had 2-3 weeks left in the class.
Mm-hmm.
And there was another 5 that were 3 to 4 weeks already into the class, or some of them had left literally the next day. So you're constantly just having to grab information from all of these girls. Okay, where do I go? Where do I start? And I remember exactly when I started that week, they were on chapter 3. Mm-hmm. And in my head, I'm like, wait, we're not supposed to be all on the same page?
Mm-hmm.
But no, it's like you start chapter 3, then we will move forward from, with the rest of the chapters, and then eventually it's going to come back to chapter 1. That's how it would be.
And so you would have to learn, you were jumping into the middle of the book. You were getting graded, mm-hmm. during the chapter 3, because I'm not sure about you, but we took a week to learn each chapter. So 1 week we will study chapter 3, we'll get an exam on chapter 3. Mm-hmm. We had to meet that quota of 83 or above.
Yeah.
If you get a 70, then technically you failed. And then you have to go to the next chapter, this chapter, which is chapter 4 for that 1 week. Were you guys doing something like that?
Not really. I mean, everything was also on computer. I can say for sure I always scored pretty well on all my exams.
Good. That's good.
I mean, everything is right there for you.
Yeah, it is.
But I think it really depends how your instructor like did things and organized things, because yeah, mine was pretty different. Mm-hmm. I wish it would have been something like that where we actually focus a whole week on just one, and then eventually, just keep on going over it.
Because that's a lot that you guys have to obtain.
Yeah, and then, the knowledge. I mean, pretty much you were on your own. Well, based on my experience, I'm talking about my experience, you were on your own, doing your own things.
Okay.
Which makes sense. We're all adults, but it would have been better if we...
And also, you guys are coming in at different times.
Different times. Yeah. We're all at different, steps into the whole school. So, yeah, it was
a different experience.
It was different.
From mine.
Yeah. It was different.
But thank God that you got through it and you survived beauty school.
Yes. And I did everything. That's one thing I could say. Like, I did everything that I was supposed to. And
you also came out an excellent esthetician.
Yeah, regardless of my experience.
Yeah, because you continue to educate yourself. Mm-hmm. Yeah.
And that's one thing a lot of people won't tell you. After aesthetic school, you have to keep on going.
Yeah.
It won't stop there.
Yeah.
I sound so... what's it called? I sound so inspiring.
Yeah.
It doesn't stop there.
No, it doesn't stop. It really doesn't. You're right about it, because, again, we continue to get on social media to see what's new, what's trending.
And there's always something new.
Yeah. There is always something new. Well, I'm seeing this little tool that people put in a gel to make a glass skin effect, and I have to look a little bit into it.
I was just gonna get into that. Well, I mean, now that we're jumping into like cool products and stuff, I've been seeing this. What is it? This collagen mask. It's a sheet that these girls are putting. They sleep with it on. Wake up the next day and they remove it. They do like their heelless curls, removing all of that. Looks so cute, but their skin looks so good. It looks
They
so
do?
hydrated.
Do they get it from TikTok Shop?
Yeah.
Do they have the little bars?
Yes.
Maybe we should order a couple of them.
I was like, oh, I actually like, because it's nothing crazy like a chemical or anything like that. It's just a mask.
Mm-hmm.
A mask that you can sleep with, but the results look so good, and I have not seen
anything like that.
But I would want to know more, like what's in the mask, you know.
Well, after we are done with this, let's definitely order a couple.
I want to order one.
Yeah,
and it's I would say it's not so pricey, but it's all right. Yeah.
Okay.
I wouldn't buy something that's like $5 for my skin, you know, but
yeah, maybe not. But we got to look at the ingredient list first.
But now that we're talking about this
skincare,
we're gonna show you guys what is in our bags.
Skincare edition. We're twins.
I know.
So this is our realistic product lineup of what we use in our daily skincare routine.
There's some other things that I don't have in here
that you left back home
because somebody forgot. But yes, I think we can start. We'll start with you, since you do have probably the first step to a skincare.
Yeah, we can do one by one. Let's start with the cleanser.
Yes.
And the different cleansers that we're using. So I am using currently the Clear Choice Mandelic Cleanser. This choice is delivering results beyond the surface. So it targets breakouts, enhances cellular turnover, brightens and heals the skin, promotes clarity, reduce inflammation. And I've been using this cleanser. It's 6.6 fluid ounces. So that's a lot of product. So
and it pumps like the perfect amount too, huh?
Yeah, I'll usually put like 2 pumps in my hand and, you know, cleanse my sunscreen off. Should I go over the ingredients? Now, I'm huge on the ingredient list. Like, as an esthetician, I always tell my clients, don't just stop at the front of the bottle. Go to the back. The back is where all the party happens.
Yeah.
That's where you see your ingredients. So some good ingredients that is in this product is green tea, pomegranate, jojoba oil, turmeric, honey, glycerin, papaya. Those
are really, really good.
So I've been using it for a couple of weeks, and so far I've been liking it. I have this.
I need to get my hands on that one.
Spot. Yeah. Good. What about you? What have you been using?
I use, which I don't have physically here with me, it's a Peach and Slices purifying cleanser. I'm probably on my 3rd bottle with that. I love that product a lot. But something new that I've been incorporating is our Barbados Cherry Enzyme Cleansing Powder. We recently got this, probably like, what, 2 weeks ago?
Mm-hmm.
And I love this a lot. I've been using it like two times a week. And this has, here's this word, actinidin. Bear with us. we just had a training with this like whole mentioning
about this whole product. This ingredient. Actinin is kiwi, right?
Kiwi. And then kiwi. Papain, which is
a papaya.
Yes. But
this, and also bobolene, which is pineapple.
Yes. This gently exfoliate and deeply cleanse the skin with the enzymatic power of actinidin and papain, infused with vitamin C rich fruits like Barbados cherry and Kakadu plum. This is a 2-in-1 powder to foam. That's something that I really liked about this. We have in the treatment room our stonecrop fusolian. Is that how you say it?
Fisifoliant, yeah.
Fisifoliant, and we also have our strawberry rhubarb one.
Mm-hmm.
Those, even with the water, it stays the same consistency, but this is a powder that turns into a foam. So I think that's why I started liking this a lot too. And the results of it too.
Yeah, I like the results as well.
Yeah.
You want to show them the packaging? It's so cute.
Hopefully you guys can see it.
Yeah, hopefully we can give you a little test demo on the back of Alondra's hand.
It's just, oh, it's a self-measuring cap too.
Mm-hmm.
So if you use this religiously 2 times a week, you'll probably last with this whole thing
For 11.
Yeah.
For 11 months?
Is it 11 or 9 months?
I think it's 11.
And that 11 months is a lot. So
That's almost a year.
You will need to buy this like a lot.
Yeah.
That's good.
At least more than half a year you'll have a cleanser.
Yeah. And you only need just a little bit. And the water is the key with this. Water.
A 1-to-1 ratio.
Yeah.
Yeah.
So
yeah. I'm glad you've been liking it.
Yeah, I like it a lot.
Yeah. I think after I'm done with this, I'll give because we get gratises.
Mm-hmm.
So after I'm done with the Clear Choice Mandelic Cleanser, I'll be using this. And vice versa for you, right? Because you're going to get one of these.
Yes.
Yeah.
Am I?
I thought you said it in the treatment room. I could be wrong.
Wait.
Or was it the
No, I think it's that one.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. So, Alondra, you said that this is a exfoliating cleanser, right?
Yes.
And you can use it maximum 2 times a week.
Yes.
Okay.
This is for all skin types too. Mm-hmm. Most of the products that we're going to show today is for all skin types.
Yeah.
Except, for each customized.
Yeah.
But, yes.
So I want to go over the exfoliation method that I would typically use in my skincare routine. So I don't use this daily. I don't use this sometimes even week by week, because this product has mandelic acid in it. So it is technically a 2-in-1. Yeah. But when I feel like my skin needs a little pick-me-up, I'm wearing a little bit too much makeup, my little nose is getting clogged up, I use the strawberry rhubarb dermafoliant with the lactic acid. I don't use this a lot because, one, I have acneic skin, so you don't want to use a physical exfoliant on irritated acne. But when I'm dealing with congestion, this is amazing. I love the strawberry rhubarb line so much. I know. It's my baby.
And even with that one too, like the measuring on that, you don't go.
This is a little self-measurement. It has like a little salt shaker tip right here. I wouldn't use it in the shower.
No.
This is something that you do not want to take in the shower.
But moving on, I also have been using the Stone Scrub Hydrating Mist. I've been noticing that I use this more when it comes down to before my cycle. Before my cycle, I get so dry. Like my face gets so dry, and I always spray this after like I do my skincare routine at home. Because for some reason, after my cycle, like the products just soak in. So I have to be hydrating once in a while with it.
Your skin is just like water loving. It needs all the hydration.
Yeah, especially during that time.
Yeah. You want to go over the ingredients with this? Because the ingredients are amazing in this mist.
And this is for normal to dry skin types. So I would say it's around there. So let's see. The key ingredients of this is stone scrub, bearberry, I can't say this word, calendula, green tea, and biocomplex 2. So this also, the stone scrub, it's a healing plant and heals irritations and helps to reduce hyperpigmentation. Great use for part of a daily maintenance routine for use with eminent sun defense minerals.
Yeah, that's really good. So it's hydrating, brightening, and soothing.
Yes.
That's amazing.
That's a lot.
That is a lot that one product can do for your skin.
And do this tiny, and it smells so good too.
Yeah. I love using that as a setting spray.
Yeah.
It's a really nice setting spray for your makeup.
This can wake me up too. Especially lately that I've been working in the morning.
I need a little bit right now.
You're like,
should I?
Hey, go for it.
So you don't want to hold your mist like right here. You want to hold it right here.
There you go.
You want some?
Sure.
That's amazing.
There you go.
You know, we're aestheticians. We got to take part.
I know.
So this is a really big. Let's stay on stone crops. This is a really, really big product. It's the back bar size.
Oh,
it's the back bar. Is that stone crop?
Yeah.
Okay, so yes, we both use the stone crop whip moisturizer, and it has the same ingredients the hydrating mist do.
Same thing, just moisturizer.
Like. Yes, and this is my baby.
Honestly, I've been obsessed with this.
I am so obsessed with the stone crop. If somebody talks, I can talk about stone crop all day.
Stone crop is a very, very powerful ingredient that you should look into because it does so much.
It says for normal to dry, but I literally use it on all of my clients'
and
skin.
It never fails.
No.
Nope.
I use it on acneic skin to help with the post-inflammatory hyperpigmentation and the post-inflammatory inflammation, right?
Yes. We're good with, when it comes to mixing things and things.
But
it feels so good.
And it makes your skin feel like silk. I love it. It's my baby. This thing is forever going to be in my
Oh yeah,
my house.
Do you want some? This is our tester.
I love it. I use it on my hands too. Look how good. Okay, so the retail fluid ounce is 2 fluid ounces. Look at that consistency. It's a great consistency.
This is amazing. Well, we're both on the same boat with that one.
Yeah, we're both using it in our place at our home.
Let's see. What else do I have in here? Yes. Oh yeah. Next thing that I use is my citrus and kale potent C+E serum. Here's to that.
I have that in my bag as well.
This is also for all skin types, and let's see.
Are you looking for the ingredients?
Yeah.
So the ingredients is, of course, the citrus and the kale, the vitamin E, the vitamin C. It's also, I think that's the leading ingredients.
Those two.
Yeah.
Doesn't show on here.
Yeah.
But I love this thing too.
It helps. Oh, we had a training with this.
Oh, we did. Prior to this one.
Yeah, prior to the one. So we were talking about free radicals.
Mm-hmm.
So our trainer asks us this one simple question: what are free radicals in the skin? We could not give her the proper answer.
We just stared. We're like,
Okay, yeah. So do you remember? You want to tell the people?
You could go.
Okay, so our skin.
Because even myself, we were like, oh, okay, we didn't know that.
Yeah, so it's something about electrodes.
Mm-hmm.
And when a cell loses an electrode in the skin,
it becomes like a lonely.
Yeah, it becomes like a wounded cell, yes. Basically, and it's looking for other electrodes, so it'll go to the next. Am I saying this right? It's like cells losing its electrode.
How can we explain it? It's a very like tricky. Well, yeah, like you were explaining it. I'm bear with us. Hopefully, we're trying to explain it right. Because the way that Jennifer explained it, it just made so much sense. But it's it's not a free radical. It's an electrode that loses a cell. Like
neutrons.
Neutrons. Yeah, that was a thing too.
So it's a neutron it's an electrode that loses a neutron, and when it loses a neutron,
it wanders around the rest of the living ones.
A living electrode
to
take a neutron.
Yeah.
Okay, and so this citrus and kale potent C and E serum, it replenishes the neutron that was depleted from that electrode. So it's like a knight in shining armor to that electrode.
So it pretty much balances out. Like it will prevent that electrode, you know, from taking the rest of the healthy living cells' neutrons.
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Yeah. There you go.
Thank God we got it.
Now we're gonna have it. There you go.
We got it unpacked. Yeah, Jennifer will be proud of us.
It's just the way that she explained it was so
perfect,
like so easy, smooth, and perfect. And then there's us like, okay,
what?
Huh?
But that's what a free radical is in the skin. And this is basically the knight in shining armor to the skin. And it can also give you that protection from the UVA and the UVB rays. That's pretty cool.
That's pretty cool.
Yeah.
And it's a good combo. You can follow that one up with moisturizer as well.
Yeah.
But moving on.
Yeah, let's move on. That was a lot. See? Took a lot out of me. Today drained me.
And it's only 3 o'clock.
Okay, so I want to go over like a little hydration that I use when my skin isn't looking the best. Because I have acneic skin. And the chocolate mousse hydrating mask is a really good mask that I would use in my, I would say I would use it maybe once a week. On my days or months that I'm really, really busy, I'll probably not even use it and just like double up on the moisturizer on the serums. But this is my treatment that I would do.
Yeah, your little treat.
Skin. Yeah.
Something that I use that I forgot to pull. I do the, what's it called? The charcoal clay mask. Yeah. I do that probably like, I don't do that as often. I would say probably like once a week or once every 2 weeks. I don't really use that a lot, but once I do like my full body shower, my hair treatment, everything, that's something that I use too.
Yeah.
It detoxifies the skin pretty well too.
Yeah. It has sativa oils in it, right? Sativa black seed.
Sativa.
Yeah, I think that's what it's called, right?
Is it sativa? Oh, okay.
Yeah, it's a black charcoal. I think it comes from it. You remember we were on Zoom when we were talking about it. Right?
Yeah. Yeah, I think it's right.
Yeah.
But yeah,
or is that the serum? I think that's the serum. I think
it's a serum. Yeah.
Yeah, I think that's the serum.
There's 3 things: the cleanser, the clay mask, and the oil. Yeah.
That's a pretty good line.
It is. Yeah. I use that too. And then, I mean, my last step that I would say that I've been using a lot is the Clear Choice SPF.
It smells like cucumber.
Yes, it does. Okay, so active ingredients, it has micronized zinc, 12% purpose sunscreen. I like to use this one a lot just because it makes me feel like I'm layering up on my moisturizer. It's not so much, how can I explain?
It doesn't leave that cast.
No, it feels like a moisturizer and it's not heavy on the skin. So I think that's why I've been hooked on this one too.
Yeah. I think you can use it as a moisturizer. It's like a little 2-in-1. You're right. And it smells heavenly. It smells like you're putting spa water on your face. High performance
H protectant SPF 45.
It's really good and it's waterproof. So my sunscreen that I've been using, I recently got this.
Ooh.
It's a CC cream. It's a Derma Blend Professional, and it gives tone, coverage, correction, protection. The broad spectrum 50.
Ooh.
That's pretty high. So this is more so, it's not a mineral sunscreen. This is definitely more so on the active ingredient part, like the chemical part. But I really don't, sunscreen to me is sunscreen. Like, as an esthetician, I don't care what my clients use as long as
you incorporate that sunscreen into your routine. Just trust you will want to use your sunscreen.
Yeah. And I chose this one because I really like the coverage that it gives.
I want to try that.
It's really cool. I mean, you can use it as a foundation too, but I don't use it as a foundation. I use it as a color correction and sunscreen protection.
Okay.
Yeah. But don't get me wrong, I still use my Neutrogena SPF 70, but we're not in the summertime anymore.
No.
It's not hot. The sun is still out, but it's not as powerful.
Yeah.
Yeah. So I use the 50 broad spectrum.
Well, that looks like we added up all of our skincare ones.
Yeah.
Right?
I think we were missing one more, our lip combos.
Oh, yes. Lip combo. The lip combo that I have right now is this one right here. I use the Morphe Sweet Tea. I just sharpened that. I use this to outline my lips, and then I go in with the NYX, what is it? Lightening XXL, and it is in the shade. Give me a minute. Where is the shade? Oh, Turn On.
Is that a liquid
It's a matte
foundation?
Yeah.
A
No.
matte foundation?
It's a lipstick.
Oh, it's a...
Yeah. I was like, wait.
Wait, what?
I was like,
sorry. It's a lipstick, liquid lipstick.
Yes.
Okay.
But yeah, these are my go-to right now, and it's the lip combo that I have on right now.
It's a nice fall color.
Thank you.
I like it.
I think I've never switched on my colors. I feel like I always have the same like color, but I don't care. I like it.
Yeah, it's nice. I have the same thing. Like I have like my shades, my go-to shades. Mine will probably be, if not like I like pinks.
Pinks, yeah. I like more like nudes, browns.
Yeah. But on a day-to-day basis, I use the e.l.f. This is what you gave me.
I have the exact same one.
It's the Glow Lip Oil. I love this.
I love to use that. Well, in general, I probably use it every day.
I do.
I like to use that after I do like my whole skincare, and then I add that glossy color.
Yes, that's what I do when I'm using my skincare. Just my skincare, I'll use that before I put on my makeup. It's amazing.
I know.
Yeah.
But I think that wraps up our whole What's in Our Bag skincare edition, right?
Yeah. All this good stuff. Look at this.
Look at this.
Listen, this makes me a rich woman.
This right here?
This right here. You don't understand how much money I have in my hand
right now. Hey, don't be scared.
I love it.
This right here. This is what brings happiness into our lives.
It does. It brings me true happiness. It is actually. I don't.
It's an investment. Right
here. It made me sad when someone says that, skincare is a little bit too expensive, because it's just like, it'll last you a while, and also you need it for your skin. You need it.
Especially right now that we're in our 20s, I'm like, by the age of 40-something, I want to look good.
I want to look good, yeah. I want to feel good as well.
Yeah.
Our health is nice.
This is already something that we're making sure that we're doing for the future. So.
Yeah, this is definitely my future right here.
Right here.
What my skin's gonna look like.
Everything. But I had fun. This was nice.
This was nice. Yeah. I feel like, so before I forget, I want to know, whoever's viewing our podcast, if you are an esthetician or cosmetologist, please like this video. Please.
That'll give us a sign that we do have beauty industry girlies out there that are watching us.
Yeah. Yep.
But I think this wraps up today's episode. For our Spotify listeners, thank you so much for tuning in. And don't forget to rate this episode. Let us know how you guys are loving the whole podcast. And yeah, you want to wrap up the YouTube side of it?
Yes. And for our YouTube listeners and watchers, thank you so much for watching this video. Don't forget to subscribe, like, and share this video with a friend if you care.
And wear your sunscreen.
Yep, wear your sunscreen.
Love what you do.
And care to be different.
There you go. Yes.
Bye, guys.
Bye.